Yeah, high quality recording now. It's 9 o'clock, and we're getting this started now. Yeah, this is set up and ready. Let's say I should just delete the vertices here, and then you get big alien eyes like you see there. Or we could do extrude instead and pull them in. Because either or, just like the mouth, you want those loop cuts. I'm sorry if I go a little slow too. I just have not been feeling the greatest, so. So we're going to just select the faces and delete them all. Then we're going to extrude in. So with this basics setup in, we're also going to be putting an eye in there, which I have over here, already done and made. So I went over to my other render to grab the eye. I'm just going to move it to the first layer. We're going to position that where we want it. And change the size, of course. To how big we want the eye compared to the body itself. Now this is going to be more of an anime-ish character like I normally do, so there's going to be a decent sized looking eye. So it looks funky as hell over here. Yeah, we're gonna have to pull that back and more around the eye, but let's set the center of this to where the cursor is first. Get the cursor over to where it is also. So you just copy and pasted the cursor over the same spot as the I for the Y and the Z axis. We're going to leave X at 0. We're going to set origin to 3D cursor, shift control Alt C to bring that up and hit origin to cursor. Going over to modifier here. Just realized screencast is not showing up. Alright, so screencast is on. Go over to the modifier here. And we're going to mirror. Now we got 2 eyes there, as you can see. As I mute my mic like a moron, I'm gonna see if I'll try to get through this very basic. In case you didn't hear, selecting the limited selection visible here allows you to see through the eye itself and the entire mesh of the body here. So I'm only using it so I can see through the eye, but this is what we're trying to make sure to get set up properly. Bring that down. Same with this. Alright, we're going to take a look over this way to see where everything's coming together as. I'm going to try to get away with only these loop cuts, and I'm going to quickly apply the mirror and subsurf modifier to see if I can do a better modification that way. So again, so we have a basic eye, and I don't have to do the actual loop cuts. But if I have to, I'm gonna loop cuts, knife cuts. I might have to do the knife cuts. So let's see if we can get away with that. I don't think it's gonna work, but you don't know unless you try, so sit out. We might have to at least get the loop cut here. Namely because this is the section we're going to be pulling on in here, and we need a proper general socket to go along with it to pull out. Because of the limited cuts we have on here. We have to knife it, we'll knife it. You see how limited this goes as, even with everything that's been kind of done with it. Have to pull it in quite a bit to get that in there. This is not working well. Okay, let's save. Because I'm going to do the applies just to see how it looks for doing it. As you can see here, with that applied, now you have a lot more to, in general, work with. Let's not see through. To grab the general line, so if you like that, we'll grab the other small ones. Yeah, well. What I could do up, not that big. Am I going the wrong way? I'm probably going the wrong way. I did. You can see I can do a easier modification now this way. When trying to set up the eye itself. Why isn't that centered? That's actually one thing that does kind of annoy me sometimes when doing all this. Oh wait, might have grabbed through, that's why. No, I'm gonna add my knife cuts. Alright. In order to do these knife cuts, I need to not have it like so, because I need to be able to see where these are. I'm actually going to apply one extra set of knife cuts to each section here. We're gonna save here. You're gonna hit K for knife. You're gonna drag it in like so. that, put it together. No, it didn't. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't automatically slapping it all with each other. So now when I hit it, I got the, now I've got double to work with than I had before for pushing it into position. As you can see, it looks a bit more, well, squared. Which is kind of like what I want to do anyway. The anime-ish look I'm going for. Let's grab these two, pull back. I'm gonna have to add another set anyway. So this one's going to come kind of forward in the end, due to the fact that it's going to kind of form the eyelid lids in the end. So I guess if I wanted to, I can kind of do an extrude now and pull in. And start formulating it around the eye just a little bit more how I want it to come out. It's going to come down like more like so. Again, I'm going for a kind of anime style. Okay, take it out of ortho so I get on the inside. Go inside and grab here and there. Pull in. You can see the whole pupil and everything that's part of the eyeball itself. See how big they look on the eye. Anyone here has recommendations for what I'm doing, please feel free to go ahead and tell me. I'm a total noob here still. For a long time when I used to make eyes, I don't know why I was having a major issue on doing it, but I was, and it was a kind of a pain. Because I just wasn't figuring out to do the eyelid, and then the generic eye gets pulled in on it. Is that it, or is there one more on the inside? Oh, that's it. This is gonna be pulled down a bit. Alright, it's coming along nicely, I think. See if I can, how far I can get this pulled out. I'm gonna have to move it over some more. All that over. This is going to have to be pushed in and pulled out a little as well. I got to work on figuring out how to close eyelids and things too. That's something I don't know how to do in an actual animation. It's to be pulled out. Alright. So I'd say that overall this is done. Other than, you know, if you're doing your own specific kind of style. And that's a basic eye socket. I'm just trying to look around now to make sure all parts are fully covered around. If anyone has any comments on what something I should modify and change around, please let me know. I'm a total noob at this. One's almost popping out and showing up. So compared to when I started with that first character and such that I've done, and say my characters come around a bit. Maybe I'll modify the eyes in general a little later on before the next video part I'm going to do. And if you right here, maybe part of it is I should form the actual eyebrow section. Because I think the next video I'm going to be doing is setting up the ears. Pull that in a little. So it's not kind of pushing out quite as far. Pull that out. Alright. Yeah. Basic eye setup for my character, I'd have to say, is done. Oh. You know, we're gonna set this up to 1080. Oh, not what I want to do. Alright, where's my camera? Camera, lock in. That way I turn the resolution's a bit smaller. So I'll do a quick render here. Oh, oh yeah. No, not what I meant to do. Yeah, I'll then do some small maybe tweaks here and there. But the basic eyes you see is fully set up. Oh wow, it's already been 31 minutes. Well, I started like 10 minutes early on the stream, so and it's kind of the whole point. I mean, I'm gonna probably, like you see here, how the eyes look. I'm gonna be recessing it back a little farther into her head, so that they're not quite popping out as far as they are. But the important part is, just like I did the lips there, is you need the proper loop cuts. So when I go here and come on, grab there. Go through, look through, you silly thing. I grab there. Is that all? Yeah, that's all. It's all in proper position and such. Now I should be able to do it. Oh, wrong one. Ah! Stop grabbing from through the face. Right there. I can make it just maybe a little smaller or something. Fix the binocular eyes, as I call it, of how that looks. If I zoom on in here, it's a bit poly viewed, so I won't do it with that. I'll do it right here. As you see, everything does look proper fine position, even though it's kind of wonky right there. Alright. So, I'd have to say I'm done for right now. I mean, maybe I'll just make it a little smaller now. So it's not so... Ooh. I don't even have to make the whole thing smaller. I could just grab this and make that smaller in general. So it's not so overly large, and it's a little better than what it was. It's like anything that you do in Blender, it will take time. Alright. Okay, save here. I'm definitely down. I'm just kind of zoning out while doing this. And it's not really doing anything new. So, thanks for coming and watching. If you enjoyed what you saw here and you're not following me, please hit that follow button. Or if you're watching this post on YouTube, hit that subscribe. Thumbs up, of course. Thumbs down. If you didn't like it, give a comment or let me know what you thought here. And this concludes the high quality recording.